and he's testified in court many times. I've never attended a trial, but I know my father is at a huge disadvantage. So many trials end up with guilty verdicts, and there's no evidence that he's innocent. Furthermore, I know there are other damning circumstances aplenty. The defense doesn't need to prove he's innocent. The prosecution needs to prove he's guilty. That's how the legal system works. I wish that when I see him today, I could bring him the news that I found a witness who'll testify that he's not the sort of man who would violate and kill a young girl. My father, in prison awaiting his trial, gave me a list of 20 people he remembered from the old days to ask if they would serve as his character witnesses. Half of them are dead. This morning, Barrett and I looked up a man named Theodore Aldrich, an old friend from Clerkenwell, where my family had lived. We'd located Mr. Aldrich, a retired mechanic, at his daughter's home in Hammersmith, but he'd said he was sorry. He couldn't vouch for Benjamin Bain's good character. Other former friends, neighbours and acquaintances also don't want to get involved. One man said, "I hope the bastard hangs." Another had physically threatened me, hence Barrett's insistence on accompanying me this time. Barrett clasps my hand. "Don't give up hope. I bet your father will be acquitted, and you'll be sorry you wasted time worrying." I'm thankful for his moral support and his loyalty. Not all policemen would stand by wives whose kin are charged with heinous crimes. I smile at him. He's darkly handsome in a tough fashion, his keen grey eyes crystal clear. My heartbeat quickens, my usual response to him. Even though we've been lovers for more than a year and married a month, I still can't believe that he's my husband. The circumstances under which we met were so inauspicious, and I dare say we've faced more serious troubles than most couples. Every day I thank heaven for my good luck. Every day I fear it won't last. Besides, you've solved lots of problems that seemed impossible, Barrett says. As a crime investigator for the Daily World, a private detective on my own, and an ordinary citizen, I've solved 5 major cases. One was Jack the Ripper. Barrett and I are among the few people who know his identity. It's a secret that I hold close, that haunts my life. I unfold the newspaper. Below the article about the upcoming trial are 2 photographs. One shows police constables surrounding my father. The caption reads, "Benjamin Bain taken to Newgate Prison after his arrest." My father is in handcuffs, his heavy figure slumped, his head ducked so that only his dishevelled white hair is visible. The caption below the other reads, "Daughters believe him innocent." The photo shows myself and my half-sister, Sally Albert, waiting in line to visit our father in jail. With our ash-blonde hair, angular features and deep-set eyes, we look alike, even though I'm 33, she's 10 years younger, and we were born to different mothers. But her face is softer and prettier, her hair pinned in a loose knot and adorned with a flower-trimmed hat. My expression is angry under a coronet of braids. While Sally cringes from the camera, I'm raising my hand to strike the photographer. I glance around the train and see people reading the Daily World. One is a gentleman seated across the aisle between his 2 sons, who are perhaps 9 and 10 years old. They exchange punches across him. He ignores them and his wife, who holds a wailing baby. He glances up and meets my gaze, and I quickly look away, glad that I've taken to wearing a hat with a veil that partially conceals my face. Because of my exploits, I was notorious even before the publicity about my father's arrest and trial started, and unwanted attention has grown to a distressing degree.